volume 0%.
Good evening, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, I have for you Transformers War for Cybertron Seige Commander Class Skyfire, or Jetfire, depending on how you like to say his name. Now, I got this guy a while ago, and I've been trying to figure out, how to do a video on him, and More Than Meets the Eye is opening up that bracket, because there was a lot of this guy I wanted to talk about, and I didn't want to make a video that was 30 minutes. So we're going to separate it into vehicle, robot, and then a Blindformers episode talking about the conversion between. So let's get to it. First off, you get this really amazing, crazy, huge plane. It's really nice. You can, it's got a cockpit here that can fit a, get the cockpit open. Okay. And you got to bend down the nose of the plane to pick up the cockpit. But it did come with a weird engine thing. And last night I was getting this guy ready for the video, and I wanted to put in a headmaster. So I had to take out the engine, but it was stuck. So I ended up using a key to pry it out, and then it slungshot across the room, bounced a few times, and it's out of my life for right now. I don't know where it went. I'm sure I'll find it when I vacuum. Now, let's get this. Come on, dude, get out. I'm talking about you. Get out of the. There we go. Things can go into this cockpit pretty easy, but they do not like to leave. I have my little Micron Micromaster here. He's, apparently the prime of all the microbots or something. I don't know. I was just like, what? They're all headmaster size? Well, the only one I'm going to buy is Micron because he's the only one I assume to be headmaster size. All the other ones sound like they'd be bigger dudes. But Micronus, sounds like he'd be, perfectly tiny size. So we just put Micronus back in here. He flies around in Skyfire. I'll just close that out. Another cool feature about this vehicle is that right in front of the cockpit, there is something really unique that surprised me whenever I found it. And it's this, where did it go? Here I am talking about it, and I lost it. Nope, not there. Huh, where did it go? There's a little bitty, oh, here it is. It's all the way up here. There is a thing that tells you what side this guy's on, Decepticon or Autobot. But in the show, he actually switches sides. And so they gave this really cool spinny thing where you can actually spin. It's right above the cockpit area. And you can spin it from Decepticon to Autobot, or like I did, Autobot to Decepticon. And the really amazing feature that I have to point out in this thing is that's textured. That's textured. I could feel it with my finger and know that I'm feeling I think that's a Decepticon right now. Then I can flip it over. Decepticon has the spiky bits on top of the head. Then I can flip it over and get Mr. Cat Ears Autobot symbol, I think. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I was not expecting that to be textured, and that was a major surprise on me. He also, before we get much into it, let's talk about sizing. We haven't talked about that in a while. I've kind of been lax on my sizing for videos, and I'm sorry about that. Let's get this around. Vehicle-wise, this guy is going to take the second pad, isn't he? He is going to take the second pad. Now we're going to slide the second pad over, be things even and copacetic, drop down U, there. Okay, we're going to say that it's this one. Cool, so that's 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41 studs long. 41 studs long. That's a pretty long guy. Let's see. Pick this dude up. Just flip this guy sideways. Coming back down. We'll measure wingspan first. Wingspan is... we're just going to measure wingspan on top. So each wing is... let's get this going right. That's a good spot right there. Okay, each wing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 studs long. For wingspan on each side, 16 studs and 16 studs. And we can measure the middle of this guy. And the middle's measured at... Wait, where's my other measuring thing? Oh, there it is. Okay. So the middle's definitely longer than that. And... Okay, cool. There we go. Got it. All right, so the middle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 across. So add 16 and 16, you get 32, then add 11, and you get 43. His wingspan is a couple of studs wider than his actual bot mode. That's pretty cool. Height-wise, this dude's a beast too. He's got some height to him. So let's talk about the height in his vehicle mode. We're not going to cover what's on his back right now. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Height mode wise is 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 studs tall in his height wise. All right. Let's get our cliff jumper out here so y'all can have a cool visual. Cliff jumper is super tiny in comparison. Look at that. Look at how tiny that is. Yeah. He can actually drive under the wing. That's pretty cool. Cliff jumper can just pull up and drive under the wing. That's neat. Can he drive underneath the dude, though? No, not there, not there. He can drive underneath his nose, just barely. If he doesn't have anything on his back, he can totally do it. So, and of course, we're going to talk about this drone in a minute. Yeah. Cliff jumper, here we go. We could just shove him on top of him, give you an idea of the sizing, if you can see that well. Let's shove him on top of the little drone. There we go. Look at that. Cliff jumper is super tiny. I can just set him on the wing. There. All right, cliff jumper, go away. Cool. Let's talk about this really amazing thing here. If I don't screw it up when I pull it off, that's the important thing. Pull it off. There it goes. Come on. Come on. Aha! Okay. So this is a lot of his accessories and weapons added together to, this is actually, 2 big guns that are double barrels, 2 shields, his 2 main guns, and his front armor plate. All combined together to create this little bitty drone. And so he's got cool drone, and this drone has got some crazy power. Look at them guns. This drone can just blast off. All right, we're just going to set the drone off to the side. It's not really that cool. I mean, it falls apart into many pieces, and on Blindformers, the episode, I will explain to you how to assemble this into its drone form and how to deassemble it. And deassembling is always much easier than assembling. Once the drone is removed, you can go ahead and put the wing tips on his back all the way up for better airflow. And on his back here, he has some really nicely textured engines. You can totally feel the power that could come from these engines just by feeling these cool textures around them. He's got this bottom bit area that are his feet, but if you can open the feet slightly on each end. Let's just get them both out. Come on, get out. And this one, get out. There you go. Now, you can kind of half close these guys, or half open them, and then you close those things. And what you have there is crazy more thrusters. Do I have any? Ooh, yes, I do. No, wait, no, that's a gun. Aha. Here we go. We got some blast effects. Here. All right. I'm missing pieces of blast. Oh, some of these are from Rodimus. Okay, we'll use some Rodimus blast effects. Cool. So you can easily just plug that in. Let's just plug it in right there. Yeah, see? You just kind of plug it in, and it works as a afterburners or some sort of an emergency engine. But you have to plug it into the bottom of the foot pad, and then you lower that bit up a bit, and you get kind of an engine. It's neat. It's cool. He comes with all sorts of blast effects. They're currently dispersed amongst my collection. I like my blast effects, so I use a lot of them. And he also comes with these 2 little guns that sit underneath his wings. That's pretty neat. There's another hidden feature about this guy. Let's see if I can get it open. This hidden feature is this spot where he can actually hold more bots. But this thing is notoriously difficult to get into. I didn't even know it existed until my friend Perspective showed it off in one of his videos. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even know it could do that. There it goes. So you have to break it away from the back engine area, and then you can pull this up. And it doesn't even pull up that far. But what it does is it pulls up far enough to allow you to take... Let's get our little friend here again. Come here, friend. Come here, Micronus. Get out of there. Get out of there. No, don't fall back in. Alright. So it's set up so that you can fit little guys like Micronus in here, and you got a couple of seats for them. I thought that this was a neat little feature that wasn't really focused on by many of the reviewers. And there he goes. He can just sit right there. He's got a little seat in there, and there's a second one across the way for his buddy. So if you're looking for storage for some of your extra headmasters from the Titans Return series, there is storage in Jetfire. And what I appreciate in these bigger robots is storage. Because, with some of the other ones, they give you a lot of stuff. And you never really have any place to put it. And there it goes. Come on, get back in there. There you go. Now we got to reattach the foot wings. The foot engines. There we go. Go. We're done. Nice. Showed off that little feature. I thought that was really cool. Now, let's spin this guy upside down and talk about some more of his features. Now, we're going to get to, we got his landing gear. So there's a landing gear underneath each nose. There's one underneath the nose area. And it's got a nice little thumb thing so you can kind of pull it out. It really kind of sucks, though. Being a thumb thing for you to pull it out. Yeah, I'm going to have to work at this. So we're just going to leave that down. Be aware of that. This landing gear is nice, but it's really hard to get in and out of its location. There's more landing gear. Right. So you feel the engine bits that we talked about, the feet that unfold to, you can plug blast effects in. Run your hand down that, and you'll find the 2, one on each kind of knee area for the legs. These guys are a little easier to get into because of the way they're shaped. It's just the nose one that's the problem. Like they give you this bit that you can use your thumbnail on or something, but it's not shaped right. So it's difficult, there it goes, to get it in there and out of there. And also on the bottom of this guy, we have these 2 little handles that appear right towards the front of the bot. Now, I'm about to get into what I don't like about him, and we're still talking about things that I do enjoy. So let's flip them around for those 2 little handles, and then I've got 2 bots over here who are going to help me out. Didn't I set you guys up earlier? Here's one. All right, so Sunfire's going to help us. And wasn't Trax over here? Here he is. Trax is going to help us. Okay, so Sunfire and Trax are going to show us about the cool little handles underneath. And then we're going to get into the things I don't like about this guy. Because there's a couple. So we're going to put... come on. Get your fist in there. There we go. So we got 1 fist in. And now we can put Sunfire in there. Sunfire, you're going to have to get rid of your chamois cloth. Get it out of your hand. Thank you. I'm setting it over here. You can have it back when we're done, Sunfire. Let's go ahead and move this up, and then we can plug in Sunfire's arm right there. There we go. It's like from that episode. There it goes. Cool. So, the points are really close together, so they kind of make it difficult for two robots to sit on them and not become conjoined. And it really helps if your robot has a better shoulder joint than Sunfire or Trax does. These are, small annoying things. But you can have them fly around. That's really cool, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can hang this from your ceiling and you can have them hanging down from below, and that's really awesome. We're gonna go ahead and remove these guys from their little handles. Get off the handle. And oh no. Well, that isn't Skyfire's fault. And you get off your little handle. There you go. Just gonna set both of you guys over there. And close up the little handles. We're gonna flip this guy upside down and we're gonna talk about what I don't like. Now it's time. Alright guys, so far I have really enjoyed this figure. I've shown to you some of the cool things. It's got some neat features. One more I forgot to mention is in this little side panel here. There's this little door that you can get your thumbnail in or fingernail and you slightly open it. And that's the actual representation for the door that the Autobots would use to get in and out of Skyfire. He would grow larger and then open a door in the side. And I thought that was kind of neat. But the thing that turns this figure down for me and really upsetted me about it is this underbit. Look at all this. There's these two big globe things that are his shoulders, and then you've got your parts of his arms over there, and then you got this huge gap here. And it's just like they stopped right before they got to the finish line. They got 99% of the way through the race and then gave up. And just like one piece of plastic that folds down or something could fix this, or maybe even just one from each side that folds up, or a separate shield that can fold down. Like instead of making the shield for his chest into part of a drone, they could have simply engineered it so it would fit here in this open negative zone. This thing that is like, oh yeah, no one's going to look at it from the bottom. No, you want to hang this Skyfire up from your ceiling. You want to hang him up so you can hang Autobots off of his underside and have them flying around. But when your friends come over and they look at that and they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. What's with that giant hollow section in the middle, though? Why is that there? Why is that there, I ask? Hasbro, why is that there indeed? Why you set up a figure that is supposed to be hung up so that people can look at it from the underside as it carries Autobots into battle, and you have this huge area that just has nothing in it. Nothing. You could have gotten something there. I love this dude. But seriously, the vehicle mode is flawed in this one spot. Because the whole part about this vehicle mode is so that you can either set it up on a shelf with this badass landing gear, and it's got some amazing landing gear, or you can hang it from your ceiling with some fishing line or something. And then just let everybody see the horrible hideousness that is the underside. And I'm OCD like that. Like, if you're going to make a vehicle mode, then it's going to be a vehicle mode all the way around, top and bottom. And I know you guys can do it. I've seen you do it. I've had Transformers that have beautiful undersides and beautiful top sides. But sadly, it's mostly in the cars. The cars have some great undercarriage, and you never see it because you're not going to go hanging your car from the ceiling. And it's just like, why? Why, guys? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And then you have these weird little panels I never know what to do with. And if you fold them down, you reveal this weird chunk here. And if you fold them up, then you reveal their underside, which doesn't have any texturing to it. So you keep them folded down, but then you've revealed all this negative zone here. Alright, that's what I'm upset about with this guy. But other than that part, this vehicle mode is amazing. It's got all the detail you could ever want. It's even got little flaps that slightly move on the wings. Like this one actually folds down to be like a windbreak. That's pretty cool. And you can feel the texturing on this. Like you can feel that this wing was assembled with different types of panels that were sort of kind of welded together, because you can feel the welding on it. This guy has a few rivets where it's obvious like something was riveted in place, and I appreciate that. I really do. they do go above and beyond when it comes to the texturing. And this isn't how Transformers used to be. Transformers used to didn't give so much about the texturing that they do these days. And there's like this weird texturing right here on the very top between the two wings. I have no idea what it's supposed to do or what it's supposed to be, but it's so, it's unique. I think maybe it's supposed to signify where you plug in the drone that you can build, and maybe this is supposed to be kind of his landing spot, but it's all kinds of bumped up and rough, and it's really neat. I tell you guys, this dude, he makes me happy. He's a fun little guy. He's not little guy. He's a fun big guy, and he's got an amazing plane mode. And the only drawback is that negative zone on the underside. And if you don't care about that, then this is a great toy for you. And if you do care about that, then look up some of those filler pieces that they sell. I gotta look up one of them for Skyfire here and see if I can buy any filler ports for him, so that I can fill in that negative zone and hang him up. Personally speaking, I know I don't see it, and it doesn't matter. But personally, I know that somebody is going to see it, and that matters to me. And whenever somebody else sees something I do, I want to make sure that they're like, oh, wow, that was really nice. I'm surprised that blind guy could do such a good thing like that. Or, oh, wow, that just amazes me. I'm like, yeah, because I like amazing people. And I'm just a regular person. So blindness or not, you still got to do the dishes. You still got to take out the trash. You still got to do the everyday adulting chores that you've got to do to live life. And I like trying to do them nicely, and going and making sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. So with this guy, all the T's may have been crossed, but they forgot to dot a couple of I's. And that's all I'm really going to say on him until my next video on the robot mode. So please tune in for future episodes of More Than Meets the Eye, where I will be discussing the robot mode to Skyfire. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and please like and subscribe and share and comment and do all the things that we can do to help raise awareness for the blind. And until next Prime, I'm your host, Blind Prime.